Reading Comprehension Story number 1 for week 5. Time to plant. Dave picked up one of the many seed packets and spread across the picnic table. I like this packet. The seeds rattle inside. Grandma smiled. You hear the corn seeds. They look just like the corn we eat, but they are dry. That makes them rattle inside the packet. Are we going to plant corn? Asked Dave. Yes, we will. Corn plants get very tall, so we will put them in 2 rows at the back of the garden, Grandma explained. Late in the summer, we will be able to eat the cobs of the juicy yellow corn. Dave was looking at another packet. Here's something else yellow. This isn't a plant to eat, is it? This time, Dave was looking at a packet of yellow marigold seeds. Grandma took Dave by the hand and showed him the layout of the garden. See this corner section of the garden? I can always see this spot from my kitchen window, so I will always plant a little circle of flowers. Can you help me decide which flowers to plant? Are there any other yellow flowers? I like yellow. Dave was already back at the table looking through the seed packets. Last year I planted nasturtiums. They were yellow and orange. I surprised Grandpa one day by putting one on his salad because I learned that they're okay to eat. Did he like it? Dave put his hand in front of his mouth and almost said, yuck. But he knew Mother didn't like that and didn't like him to talk that way about food. Grandma was laughing. No, Grandpa wouldn't even try it. He said he'd stick to lettuce and carrots and radishes in his salad. I vote for these. Dave was again holding the packet of the big yellow marigolds. Good, we'll plant marigolds. They always grow well and will be pretty until frost comes to nip the garden at the start of winter. Where will we plant these? Dave held up a packet of carrot seeds. The orange will be pretty growing right by the yellow flowers. Grandma was laughing again. They are pretty orange, but they won't be pretty until we pull them out in the fall. All the orange hides underground until it's time to eat them. Look at the picture. The leafy top of the carrot is what you will see. We'll plant a square patch of them here next to the yellow marigolds. Here comes Grandpa. Let's show him what we plan to do. Grandma was getting her hoe from the wheelbarrow. We're ready to plant, Grandpa. Dave grabbed Grandpa's hand and led him to the edge of the garden. Back in the back we will put in the corn, because Grandma says that plant gets really tall. And over here on this side, we'll put the carrots because you won't be able to see them because they'll hide underground until it's time to eat them. And here in the front corner, we'll put the flowers. Then turning to Grandma, Dave asked, Grandma, will you be able to give Grandpa marigolds on his salad? Grandpa picked up Dave and swung him around in a big circle. Now, Dave, said Grandpa as he winked at Grandma, don't give your grandma any ideas. All right, my friends, I'm going to ask you some questions. I'll wait just a little bit. You can pause the video to answer, and then I'll give the answer, okay? Where did Grandma and Dave decide to plant the corn, and why? In 2 rows at the back of the garden because corn grows tall. Where did Grandma and Dave decide to plant the marigolds, and why? In a circle near the front so that Grandma could see them from her kitchen window. Where did Grandma and Dave decide to plant the carrots? Next to the marigolds in a little square area. What had Grandma done with the nasturtium flower last summer? She put it on Grandpa's salad. Why do you suppose the Dave's family has a family policy about not saying foods are yucky? So why aren't they allowed to say that food is yucky? Yeah, they probably aren't having a happy heart and a thankful heart if they say yuck, huh? So mom wants to help them have happy hearts that obey and are excited about what the Lord gives them. Have you ever helped plant a garden? And how did you decide where to plant things? I mean, we just planted a garden in our little cups. They're not big, but you got to decide where to put the seeds, huh? So what made you decide where to put them?